Yesterday, folks, we mentioned that Herschel Walker's son, the most insufferable person on the internet, Christian Walker, had torpedoed his dad's campaign. Now, Christian Walker has since gotten on the old Twitter.com, and, well, Joanna, thank you very much for subscribing at tier 3. Thank you so goddamn much. Christian Walker doesn't know many things, okay? He's a real Da Vinci brain, okay? But he does know one thing, and there is one thing he's correct about. And that's that he never deserved to be abused, alright? And, unfortunately, that is part of the allegations he's making against his father.
I stayed silent as the atrocities committed against my mom were downplayed. I stayed silent when it came out that my father, Herschel Walker, had all these random kids across the country, none of whom he raised. And you know my favorite issue to talk about is father absence. Surprise, because it affected me. That's why I talk about it all the time, because it affected me. Family values, people. He has 4 kids, 4 different women, wasn't in the house raising one of them. He was out having sex with other women. Do you care about family values?
The answer is no. Conservatives do not care about family values.
I was silent lie after lie after lie. The abortion card drops yesterday. It's literally his handwriting in the card. They say they have receipts, whatever.
By the way, conservatives are still pumping money into the Herschel Walker race because, again, and I cannot stress this enough, conservatives do not give a fuck about family values.
He lies about it. Okay, I'm done. Done. Everything has been a lie. And so for the right to say I'm being suspicious for saying, hey, I'm done with the lies, when you all have been calling me saying, is this true about your dad? Gosh, we're not going to win Georgia, this candidate, all that's been you. You have no idea what I've been through in my life. You have no idea what me and my mom have survived. We could have ended this on day 1. We haven't. I haven't told any stories. I'm just saying, don't lie. Don't lie on my mom.
You knew your dad was gonna lie, though, right? Like, if you went into this election cycle and you already knew that your dad had done all kinds of awful shit, including attempted and threatened murder, you knew that the lying was gonna start almost immediately, right?
Don't lie on me. Don't lie on the lives you've destroyed and act like you're some moral family man. Y'all should care about that, conservatives. And then for people on the left to act as though I'm responsible for all of the things that he has done. I've talked...
What? Who's acting like Christian Walker is responsible for the sins of his father?
About father, I've talked all these issues because they've been close to me. Because they matter to me, because I went through it. That's why I've talked about it. So when you say, well, talk about your dad, but I'm saying this behavior is atrocious. Don't come for me. You don't have to like my politics. You don't have to like me. You don't have to. I'm just saying I'm done with the lies.
Well, people weren't attacking you because of your dad. People were attacking you because you say and do insufferable things and your politics are garbage.
We were told at the beginning of this he was going to get ahead of his past, hold himself accountable, all of these different things, and that would have been fine. Go ahead. He didn't do any of that. Everything.
Okay. I have some thoughts. Well, I'll say them at the end.
Everything's been a lie. Everything's been downplayed. Everything's been cutting corners. The whole thing. And whose expense is that at? Me, my mom, as we're chased down by the media, we're terrorized, all these different things. People are questioning my authenticity. I'm done. Don't lie. Don't put this on me. This is a candidate issue, not a me issue. I wouldn't have spoken out if there weren't all these lies every day.
Is there another one of these? I think there might be. Yep, there's another one. Okay, I'm going to say my piece before we watch the second one. This is accomplishing 2 different goals for Christian Walker, okay? Number 1, I'm sure to some extent a lot of this is true. Okay, I'm sure that like his dad from again, we went over this on stream. His dad has allegedly like threatened to murder people numerous times. There are numerous accounts of multiple women being threatened with very specific "I'm going to shoot you in the head" comments, okay? So I don't doubt that Herschel Walker has been abusive and an abusive piece of shit to his son, his sons, his family, we'll say. Yeah, like his Christian Walker's mom literally got threatened by Herschel Walker, who again is like 300 pounds of muscle who could like murder pretty much anyone with his bare hands, okay? He might have severe brain damage, but he is a strong man, okay? But this is also accomplishing a second thing, which I think is Christian Walker's main concern right now, okay? Yeah, Herschel Walker put a gun to Christian Walker's mom's head. But I think that Christian Walker, on top of the valid outrage, is very concerned with his career. Because Christian Walker has built an entire brand. You can actually see. Look. Here's his Twitter. Here's his pinned tweet. People are sick and tired of the woke indoctrination being pushed down their throats every time they try to listen to anything news or entertainment related. My anti-woke podcast, Uncancelable, is #1 in entertainment news. Go check it out. Okay, like, he has a brand that is rooted in conservatism, all right? And part of what he sees from the abortion receipts coming out, this woman came out with literal receipts from her abortion. He sees that, and he goes, the game's up. I gotta throw my dad under the bus. So it's kind of a win-win. He gets to work out some of his dad issues by torpedoing his dad's career, you know? There's a lot of different elements going on here, but I think primarily a lot of the sudden anger is coming from a place of, oh god, I need to protect my career. Again, that doesn't mean he's not actually aggrieved. It doesn't mean he hasn't actually been abused. I think there's a very, very good chance that he has actually been abused. But yeah, I mean, the average conservative voter does not give a shit about Herschel Walker being an abusive piece of shit. I think that generally speaking, if Herschel Walker does lose this election, he's not going to be running for office again anytime soon. His son has made sure of that now. Okay? The issue is that Republicans are pouring in so much money over the next month into this campaign for ad buys and television appearances, or television ads, that essentially this is all going to be it's still going to be a real tight race, okay? That's all I'm going to say. It's freaking conservatives out, but they're still going to show up for them. So we need to be really pushing for volunteers to get out in Georgia, okay? Yeah, it's a turnout game. And that's why we are having an organizing stream next week on Friday with Progressive Victory. We're going to have a whole bunch of people there. It'll be a really good time, so you better show up. All right, and we haven't finished it. That's right. We have another one. Here we go.
Dress, and then I'm done with this buffoonery nutjob land. This is atrocious. People on the right are pulling up that I did a campaign event with my dad last year. They're saying, well, you supported them all last year and all this year. You look suspicious. No. You all have been calling me saying, why aren't you on the campaign trail with your dad? Why aren't you helping him out? This looks weird. You should go help him. And I've said to you calmly, I'm not getting involved. You don't know my family life. I did one event last year when we were told he was going to get ahead of his past and hold himself accountable. None of that happened. Everything's been a lie. So for me to tell you I'm not
Everything's been a lie, kind of like conservative values.
getting involved, and then you also be flooding my DMs and calling me saying, I didn't know all this about your dad, we're going to lose the Senate race. And then when I simply say, I'm done with the lies, you go, well, Christian looks suspicious. Excuse me? I haven't told one story about what I experienced with him. I'm just simply saying, don't lie. And then for certain political pundits to be pulling up old pictures I posted of my dad, thinking they can police and determine what my relationship with my dad was. If you want to pull stuff up, I'll pull stuff up. Don't try me. Don't test my authenticity. All of this has been a lie and you've known it.
You know what? I'm torn on this one. I don't know how much of Christian Walker is a facade. You know, how much of this is a persona he puts on, and how much of this is just, like, actually him? I genuinely have no idea.
You've known, so don't you dare. And then to the left, who says, well, he did all this to your mom, and you were still with them, and, you know, that...
Well, how do conservative queers exist? There are two answers to that. One, they're wealthy, and they put their class interests before their, before any other interest, really. And two, they're young and sheltered and don't know that, like, if they go to a sundown town in the South for gays, they're not going to make it out if they use like if they use like a gas station at the wrong time of day, okay? They just genuinely don't know. Okay?
That's weird. You know nothing about my life. My parents went through a dirty divorce. I went through a lot as a child, and you don't know anything. You don't know the ebbs and flows of our relationship. Nobody knows anything. So for everyone making these wild theories and whatever, that's crazy. This is about a bunch of lies. Again, I could, if I had an issue with whatever, I could have ended this table. That's not my intention. My intention is don't lie about your life at the expense of me, my mom, and all of the people that you've affected throughout your life. You don't get to pretend you're some moral family guy. You don't get to pretend all these things. Talk policy, talk normal. Do not lie.
God, I do have to say I'm a bit befuddled by the one conservative I have ever heard exclaiming that people need to focus on policy is Christian Walker. That is, that's actually insane to me. I've never heard any other conservative say that before. It is actually shocking.